Hello YouTubers. Went to a big auction today. A business went out of business a few years ago, and they were doing an absolute auction, getting rid of everything. This was the last lot of stuff I bought. What I wanted were these two books, Inspection and Gauging and Forging and Casting. Just wanted the books to look at. And they had a whole table full of stuff, and they were, you know, your choice doing the auction. They took what they wanted and got down to this last pile of stuff, and they just said, we're the whole table, and no one had bid on it. And then he said, give me $1. So I said $1 because I wanted the books, and I got all this other stuff. I don't know what it is. Like this, it takes other cables. I'm just going to get rid of a lot of it. But one of the things I noted when I got home, this is a pulsar dB meter, sound level meter. And it looks like it's in really good shape, so it probably will work. I haven't tested it or anything. I have some videos in mind that this will come in real handy. I'll have to look it up on the internet and see if I can get some instructions on how to use it. But that's kind of a neat find there, so that's one I'll keep. There's two of these. I don't know what they are, but I got all this stuff for $1. There is an amp meter here. I don't know if it'll work. One of those clamp type. Clamp around a wire and get the amperage. Might keep that, but the rest of it I'll probably get rid of. Keep the books, this, and the amp meter, and this is another little meter. I don't know what this is. Gloss meter. I don't know. I'm just going to try to go quickly through all the stuff I got, and if I can remember the price, I'll tell you what it was. But this is, I wanted the books. So let me rearrange the table and we'll get back with it. Okay, here's a couple items. This was off another table where they were selling your choice type thing. There's a table full of stuff. Well, this is something I saw and I wanted. Although it's made in Taiwan, it's a really nice live center with a grease cert on it. And it does fit my lathe, so I got this, and when I went up there to get it, the bid was 30 bucks. So I got that for 30 bucks. And then I saw that box and I remembered that box. So I got a nice 12-inch Lathe precision level. It's got the level there and it's got the level here. It's real nice and clean on the bottom. There's one little chip right here. But other than that, it's really good shape. That was 30 bucks. So I got both of those 30 bucks a piece. I was happy because I've been looking for a nice level. On eBay, the Starretts run for a 12-inch level around 120 to 150 bucks for used ones. So I got a steal on that one. Right here's the first buy that I made today. It's got a lot of big mill cutters. Some of them are a little bit chewed up and ruined. Some of them, a lot of them still have, that's carbide. It's still got the plastic dip on them. That one's still got plastic on it. A lot of them are bigger than anything I'll use on my little mill drill. But maybe someday I'll have a nice Bridgeport. I gave 20 bucks for this whole box. That one right there probably cost you more than 20 bucks. Probably most of them in here cost you more than 20 bucks if you bought it new. And I can sharpen them on my surface grinder too. But that was the first buy of the day, and that was this, I think, the second box or tray of stuff that they put up for auction, so I think everyone was still a little scared to make a bid, so no one bid against me. I think I gave 20 bucks, 22 bucks, something like that for both these trays. What these are, there's a bunch of these little punches or pins or whatever, I don't know what they're called. But I thought those would work great as the punches on my bullet swaging press to push the bullets back up out of it. There's a whole bunch of different sizes in here. There's a whole tray of them here. Plus there's some other things that I just don't know what they are. But that looks like it's precision ground. And then it's got this on the other side. I don't know what it is, but there's several of them in here. And then there's some bearings. There's just stuff in here, I don't even know what it is, but I wanted these pins. And I'm finding out there's some pretty neat stuff. There's a micro switch. Well, these are the micro switch rebuild kits for these switches. There's just, I think, one of those switches in here, but that's what all these micro switch rebuild kits. There's a bunch of these things in there. I thought they were some kind of panel punch, little tiny panel punch. I haven't taken one apart yet, but it looks like a small version of those panel punches. Don't know. You end up with a lot of stuff that really you're just going to get rid of. Here's some real little tiny of those punches. This is another box. It's got a lot of larger punches. I don't know what you call them, but they look like they'd work. This one here looks like you could actually drill it and use it for a point forming punch on it. It had a bunch of these in it, which I don't know what they are. It looks like a keyway almost, and a flat. I don't know what they are. It's got something on it, but my eyes can't read it right now. But what caught my eye with this, well, that fits in there. What caught my eye was this. Now it's got a Morris taper on this end. I think that might be a 1 or a 2. But this could fit in my lathe, and if I milled a flat on it somewhere so that I could level it, then I could use this to offset a dead center and use it to turn tapers, like the taper on a rifle barrel or something. That's what caught my eye. I think I paid 20 bucks for this whole box. This is a chunk of carbide. It has to be. It's so heavy. And there's some Allen head socket stuff I can put in my drawers. One of the toughest parts about this deal is finding a place to put all this stuff now. I paid about 20 bucks for this box, these 2 boxes. It's another one where there's a lot of stuff that's going to disappear. It's a lot of electrical stuff, but what I saw was this, foot switches, conduit stuff, but there's a bunch of these foot switches in there that have just been cut off, and I know they'll come in handy for some stuff I've been wanting to do. There's a bunch of them in this box. Oh, there's one in this one. Unused. There's one just like it over here. Some oddball plug on it. I think I looked in this one. Yeah, there's several in here. Actually 2. Those will come in handy for something. Then this I think this is conduit stuff. Start and stop button for a machine. Then there's a bunch of outlets for extension cords to wire on. Those will be handy. And I saw there was a bunch of zip ties down here in the bottom. Lots of different lengths. Got a place for those. Piece of tubing. Big relay. Terminal strip. Oh, a bunch of those. I didn't see those in there. Those are handy to have. Those are what you'd screw onto that terminal strip. Let's see, a drill bit. Here we go with another one of those deals where it was everything on the table. I think I paid $23. There's 4 1, 2, 3 blocks. I don't know if they have a maker on them or not. They're not in exactly perfect condition, but they'll be handy. There's a Starrett mic. This thing, I think it's a thing to test the viscosity of oil. I'm hearing a noise in the back of my shop. I think it's a B. It says a dial depth gauge, but of course it's not all there, just the pins. These little things might come in handy if they'll screw into a indicator. This was nice. Nice sign bar. You can still see the where they scraped it. These are kind of strange. I don't know what these are. They've got little ball bearings in there. They look like they're pretty well abused, so I don't know what they're for. There's 4 of them in this box. Some spring calipers. These are Starrett's. This one is a Lufkin. It's a nice big one with I forget what you call them when they go out for on the inside of a bore. And this is a no name. Then you got the weird stuff again. But they thought enough of them to put them in wood boxes. I haven't really even looked at it yet to see what it is. It says a Shamrock tie bar strain gauge. It's got an Enco piece on the end of here, whatever that is. Enco on that end. Don't know. Have to look at it a little closer. Locate a 12-inch long area on each tie bar. I don't know, I'll look at it. But like I said, it was what was on the table, and I paid $23 for it. I think the 1, 2, 3 blocks and the spring calipers and the mic and the sign bar were pretty cool. This looks like another of the same thing, strain gauge. They sure thought enough of them to pack them nice. This one's not attached. Oh, that's a magnetic base. There's something attached to it somehow. Yeah, it's got some strength. So I got 4 magnetic bases, if nothing else. Strain gauge. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. Well, I think that's the whole haul. I'm happy with it. I spent like $185 for all this stuff. Now to get it put away. Thanks for watching. I forgot one more thing. I bought that moving, I don't know what you call it, some kind of dolly. It's about 6 inches wide down there for moving heavy equipment. I've already got a piece of wood lined up to replace that piece of wood on there. So that was $20.